Hey, all, this is Erson. Welcome back. Welcome back to Eternal. One thing I wanted to kind of showcase a little bit for you, just for fun and profit. Just going to do another run on ladder. We're a little higher than we were before, as you'll see shortly when we jump in there. But I'm going to showcase a different deck. We're going to play a little bit of Tokens. Now, Tokens is one of those decks currently on ladder that has, I don't know, there's a lot of hate toward it. It's been a really strong deck for a while. I've basically just put it together this season, and I've noticed a lot of the meta shifting to kind of specifically kill this deck. So whereas before it was often very, very successful, I've had some good success with it already. You definitely do run into strings of matches where you just get blown out or just can't quite get there because decks have learned to combat it a little better. But the whole idea of tokens, Praxis tokens in particular, is to build a very wide board. So you're not building a lot of big creatures, you're building a lot of creatures, and you're buffing them with a key item called Xenon Obelisk, which is all your units get +1/+1 and +2/+2 when you have 8 or more maximum power. Now 8 power does sound like a lot for a deck that's actually kind of a go wide aggro deck, but you can get up to that power pretty quick because you have a merchant that gives you +1 maximum power and a 1-drop that gives you +1 maximum power. Plus all the extra card draw from things like Temple Scribe and one of the coolest cards in Eternal, Heart of the Vault, which does like so many things. You can warp it in, which is card advantage. You deal 2 damage to an enemy, which could hit board and give you card advantage, or board advantage, and you draw a card and reduces cost by 2. Like, it does everything. It's fantastic, and everyone hates it. Almost as much as Xenon Obelisk. But that's kind of the way it rolls, more or less. A lot of different card draw here. You can pull power, but I haven't really found that to be the most useful thing. I'm thinking maybe, not sure if I ever want to cut Seek Power per se, but we'll feel it out. The Market, which is our option when we drop the Merchant, as you probably saw the other game. A couple kind of, I guess, Swiss Army knife issues. An Obelisk in case we never draw one, because it's kind of critical to our end game. Disjunction to either kill someone's really annoying attachment, which could be a relic or a weapon, or we can draw a broken obelisk if we don't have any others. It's another way of getting one of those. Sandstorm Scarf in case we're against like a flyers deck that we can't really deal with because none of our creatures fly, basically. Carnosaur to drop, I mean, if an obelisk is out, a 7 health enemy unit that's being really annoying, or when you targeted removal, and Shatterglass Mage, what to kill enemy attachments with and get another beefy unit to swing in for some damage. It's kind of the rough idea. Beyond that, we're just building a crap ton of creatures. Grenadin Drone makes another 1/1 of himself when he comes into play. Assembly Line makes 3 of these little suckers. Rally is one of our big blowouts. It's a fast spell, so an instant if you're familiar with Magic. All your units get +2 when you have a board of 5 or 6 creatures. This is +12 damage if no one blocks. So again, a really powerful thing to do. Obliterate. 1 Obliterate just to kind of get us the last little bit of the way. This deck used to have 3, but I cut them down to Amber Acolytes because I've found myself power screwed a couple times. I'm still working on that balance. But beyond that, we also have another key card here, Teacher of Humility, one of the strongest cards from the new set. It's a 2-drop, 3/3, which is already pretty good ahead on Curve of Power. And when you infiltrate, means when you hit the enemy player with this, you play a Disciplinary Weights, which is the cursed player draws an additional card, increase its cost by 2. For control decks, this is backbreaking. And then each player draws a card, so no matter what, they get to suffer for it once. Also a really good tempo card. 3/3 for 2 is always a good drop. We also have Cinder Yeti as a utility. I've definitely warped in or played a Cinder Yeti on turn 3 after dropping a Teacher of Humility on turn 2, which exhausts the 1 unit the enemy has, and we get in the weights, and then they cry. Kind of a neat utility card. I wasn't sure I wanted to have him in the deck, but he's been proving quite useful, so I'm still kind of feeling out how many of these I want. 3 seems like a good number for now. Only thing I haven't really mentioned is Marison's Disciple. Again, kind of a tokens generator value creature. You drop a 2/2 body for 4 power, but then you can either make a 1/1 Deadly Scorpion, that's basically Death Touch, a 2/2 flyer, or a 3/3 Overwhelm. I guess Trample would be the equivalent in Magic if you're using that terminology. The rest of it's more or less self-explanatory. You got the right amount of power, 25, a minimal amount to run this because we have a lot of power generators. And we have all our multicolored sources, the seats, the crests, which scout for us, or scry for familiar, and the banners. And the rest is basically standard. We also have 4 Granite Waystones, which when you have 4 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 dude, since the idea is making a lot of extra dudes. 1 Fire Influence, make a 1/1 we want to make extra dudes. Okay, so more or less that's the deck. I want to give you that idea. Let's jump in to the matches and see where we go. Get back to ranked. Let's see how we go today. I mean, I've had some. We're up at gold 1 on the way to diamond, about 2/3 of the way up. So obviously I've been winning more than I've been losing, but I feel like, oh god, that was fast. Okay, Muggy Sloggins, our first opponent. Let's see how we do. Again, if I totally, that's a terrible hand to start with. Only 1 power. That's a pretty bad hand too, because we don't have any undepleted ways to play this on 2, because we need 2 time influence. So this is not great. And we have a Heart of the Vault on top. This is now being warped, as you can see. So this is not awesome. I'm actually gonna play the seat first, and if we're, well, we know we're not gonna be lucky here. This is not a great start. We don't have a way to disable. Looks like he's playing aggro. Yeah, we got a slow start, and we're playing an aggro deck. That's not great. All right, let's go ahead. We might lose the unit no matter what, so I feel like maybe playing out the banner now is a better idea. I might actually draw into power next turn if we're lucky. It's a little risky. I probably may have, if I'm thinking she's going to survive a turn, probably shouldn't have played the banner. Because the banner comes in depleted unless you have a unit in play, which is kind of like a little cost, but these decks usually run torches or spot removal. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to get blown out here because I got a very, very, very slow start. It's alright, we'll try to get this up. We do something interesting. I want to see what they do. Do you have endurance yet? You have just quick draw for now. That's the Ricano champion, by the way. There's a torch, as I expected. Not a great thing. Bleep bloop does not compute. Another Pyro Knight. It's annoying, so we're getting beat down pretty hard here. But like, you generate a little dude. I'm going to go ahead and start building up some possible defenses here. I'm going to grab the Sandcrawler, actually. Make it a little tougher to remove on him. And like you see, we have our influence set for the Heart of the Vault. That would be a really good value play if we can get up that amount of power. We don't have a lot of options here. Another torch. Okay. A little annoying. I'm going to swing in fully. Yeah, I'll trade. This guy's getting really annoying. His quick draw is like first strike basically on attack, so we can't really deal with him yet. God, he drew beautifully. Yeah, we're not going to have power here. So warping into Cinder Yeti might not be the most powerful move right now, but I feel like I need power is the issue. And nothing I put down can survive a swing of 3, but I can. I don't really like this option. Grab another Sandcrawler here. I'm gonna block up something interesting. If I can trade with the Pyro Knights, I'd be pretty happy. What do we have here? What are you gonna play? I just need to slow him down a bit so I have time to. Ooh, that's brutal. That's brutal. Oh, we're gonna get beat down hard here. But now, we don't have a lot of options for this guy, actually. And the lifesteal is gonna be pretty bad. So this is not really looking good for us right now. This helps us defend, but I don't think we have enough bodies to cover it right now. If he has removal, we're in trouble. He drew very well, and we drew very slow. Still not completely out of reach yet. I just can't deal with him yet. Can't do it. I don't think we have the way to do this. No. There's no way. We were just too slow. Very frustrating. I have my own removal, obviously, in Torch, which would have been great. But we got nothing. So this is going to be a concede. We got a little run over. He basically curved out beautifully. Not much we can do. Had a little bit of removal, we could have done it. We were tight on power. Tight on a lot of stuff. Alright, well, we're just going to concede there. Unfortunately, we didn't really showcase what the deck is supposed to do. We didn't get a lot of our 1-drops. It just didn't really go where we needed to go. Alright, this is a loss. No biggie. We'll go again. See how it goes. As you can see, the ranked queues are usually very, very quick. Game population is very healthy. And here we go. Porno Cult is our next enemy. Jeez. It'd be fun if we do this with a losing record with a deck that's supposed to be tier 1. I swear I don't suck at this. So obviously I'm not great. But we're all learning together. I wanted to throw that one out. We didn't have too much of good stuff here, but this is actually not bad. I'm going to drop the Seed of Impulse. I'm going to scout for a red sigil. That's the Seek Power spell. We're actually going to be able to play the Teacher on 2 and curve into a Cinder Yeti on 3. God, everyone's playing aggro tonight. I guess everyone just wants to climb quickly. Always a good choice, I guess.
You're a sad
See, Torch. Inevitably, my enemies always have Torch. Because basically, there's no reason you should not run Torch. Is that English? I don't know. I'm going to let this guy swing in case he has a trick. Definitely has a trick. There was a pause there. Probably has a something interesting. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and drop the power in. The Heart of the Vault's sitting there teasing me. He has no fast effects here. So in order to make sure that I can get in, I'm actually going to remove this because putting a weapon on a quick draw unit is quite annoying. Or I could curve out, but you know what? Forget it. I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to curve out better. I'll be able to do the torch plus an assembly line next turn. That'll be stronger. There's your exhaust. There's your disciplinary weights. On a fire deck, I'm not entirely certain if that's going to matter too much, but so we'll see how this goes. Obviously, if you're playing mono red, the best weapon they're going to put on there is a Shogun Scepter. Not a lot of health stuff in general. Ooh, the Sensari Brigand's scary. Okay, obviously want to block that because it's scary as hell. That's really weird to throw that away like that unless there's a trick that I'm not expecting. And that was an interesting play because the Sensari Brigand does double damage to players. So you want to use the Brigand primarily when you know you'll be able to get rid of stuff as necessary. So we're going to go ahead and play this and hold the torch in case stuff gets interesting. Go ahead and swing in. Do some yellow swag and stuff here. There we go. We'll swing him down, try to keep level on health. Interesting play. We have 3 blockers. We can always chump if necessary. Things get really funky. Shogun Scepter, as I expected. This is what I saw coming. Gonna block that up. Block. And go ahead and torch. That's fine. So we totally trade. That's a good trade for us. The question is what I pull next. Okay, Seed of Impulse is good. I do want to get up to the Heart of the Vault. This gives us the nice, correct amount of rep. This gives us +1 power, brings up to 6 for next turn. We're going to go here and trade in our Sigil for a Xenon Obelisk, which is kind of our shake your money maker kind of move. Go ahead and swing in for 3.
Take this.
Definitely want to kill this guy eventually, but the Warcry is constantly going to be buffing something up. Not sure what all his Warcries hit. That would be a beefy ass Shogun Scepter. Yeah, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. We're gonna... Oh god, we're gonna have to take 9, aren't we? That's gonna suck. Oof. Don't like that, Sam I am. Alright. Well, we don't have much choice. We kind of have to play the Heart of the Vault. Ooh, I don't like this very much at all. I don't think we'll be able to drop that guy. Let's go ahead and try to get value by getting rid of this feller. It's got a fast effect. Torch for 0 is very, very good here because we can pretend we're tapped out even when we're not. The only issue is I need to do 7. I'm going to slow you down a second, Chuckles. Definitely has a fast effect here, though. Okay, fine. Actually okay with this. If I lose my merchant, the way I'm going to block this is I want to make sure this guy dies. Cinder Yeti. Blocking up. Okay, interesting. So his Warcries really gave him value here. I'm a little worried I'm not going to have enough. I'm going to go block here. That should be not quite enough. I think I still have this guy dead to rights at this point. He's a little too big. Yeah, we might torch him at the end of turn here. Overwhelm, okay. That's fine. He's going to do 9. He'll do 12 total, so he'll be able to wipe my board almost. Yeah, I'll just beat him in the face real quick. That's cool. Not enough damage here. He's going to wipe my board with this, effectively. Took 3 off of that. It's a little annoying. We rebuild boards pretty quickly. It's one of our advantages. I just need blockers at this stage, so I'm going to grab Xenon Obelisk, grab some dudes. It's not going according to plan, obviously, because the Cinder Yetis are a little annoying. We're going to hold back for a big turn. We had to sacrifice a lot to stop that. It was a big Warcry, but he should be more or less... We're a little low on health than I would like, but he should be more or less out of tricks. This is a pretty good... Double damage is scary. Not that big a deal. Okay. Play this first. We want to know what we're looking at here. Another 2 Initiates of Sands. Okay.
Time quickens. Time quickens.
Okay, so we're almost to 7 power for the Obelisk. Don't really want to be waiting this much. Can I make him make a decision? He's got too many profitable blocks here. If we can get 1 more power, we'd be in good shape. But this could be, like, every turn I wait, this could be going badly for me. So I gotta be very smart about how I play this. Because he could have direct damage and I'm pretty much boned. Okay, stick grenaded, going a little wider, that's fine. There's 8 power. That makes things a lot easier. Now we need to make him start making some decisions. If we could just drop that guy, that'd be great. Not feeling this too good. If we swing with the 8, do you have enough blocks to prevent death? We do. Make him make some decisions. Let's swing with the 8. Gonna chump. Alright, that's cool. See what he's thinking here. He might have an overwhelm or a big play with rally or something. Gotta be smart. If I can force him to block the big guy, this way I can at least drop 2 units at once before he can kill me. It's fine. I buff her up. Doesn't have charge though, just a little scary. Now, does he have lethal? This is a question if I swing in here. If I fully swing in, he's going to have to block some. I could do 6, 12, 15, and 23. He needs to block 7. Just 1 block is enough. And then he has me on the backswing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make him make another decision. See if he wants to swing this way. Gonna chump. Yep, it's fine. Jump that one, shrinking his board a bit. I'm just a little worried about the overwhelm damage that's about to come my way.
Do I make this look easy?
Okay, she attacks, she does damage. Okay, that's not an issue. Block here. We're gonna go ahead and block here. Now, if I lose my power here, it's not that big a deal. I don't think there's anything that saves these units. As long as I'm ahead on board, I'm okay. Yeah. Okay. Traded a lot. Again, don't think he has that much to play with at this point. I should be able to have card advantage at this point now. If I swing with a rally, it's 11. It's nowhere near as much as I would like. Good God. I gotta be very careful because this could get really messy. She's reckless, so she... Yeah, if he buffs her and she does random damage to the 1 unit here, I could be in trouble. Let's see if they want to play against that. I gotta make sure that she can't actually drop me, if possible. And next turn we potentially have a lethal with rally, though he has way more tricks in his hand than I would like to see. Just trying to slow play this a bit. We just haven't drawn what we need yet. I really wouldn't mind an assembly line at this point. Charge Magma Hound, it's not good. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so she only does 1 damage, that's alright. Lock my Magma Hound for sure. It's alright. Huh? Why do you do... Oh, because you're dead too, right. Okay, it's fine. Okay, so this should be lethal. Just gonna make this fun. So I have a torch too as a backup here. This should be 15. You got no tricks. Okay, well played, buddy. So, survived the burn deck, which is oodles and oodles of fun. Alright, 1-on-1. Not too bad. Finished a daily quest, which is always good. Get some cred there. Sometimes there's a chance to be upgraded to the next tier, and that would have been a pack. Unfortunately, no luck this time, but that's alright. Oh my god, rewards all day, all the time. Beautiful. Alright. Just gonna dust them pretty much. Alright, let's get back. So far, we're up 2 points. 5-second queues. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alright. Except now they're going longer. Of course they are, right? Argenport is indeed the capital city of Myria. Good times, baby. Let's see how the next game goes. Those games, that one was closer to showing what Token's supposed to do, but not quite there yet, because we don't have our like assembly lines with grenade drones down on 1. Had pretty bad first draw, and again we have 1. That's the 3rd 1 power first draw I have, so I have to pitch that one back. That is a terrible hand. Ooh, if we don't draw some low cost stuff or some undepleted power, we are in deep shit. This is not a good hand for what we're doing. Yeah, just haven't had a lot of good draws. We're suffering some pretty bad variance tonight, so luckily we managed to make it 50-50, even with some bad variance. But this is not good. What we got? If this is a control deck, like, we're going to get owned because we're not starting out of the gate quickly. Scout should help, so I need to scout for something that I can play. Power is not it, though, again, I don't know. I'm going to bank, even though it's my 4th power, I'm going to bank on drawing something smaller that I can actually play. This is not a good hand. It'd be funny if I just draw nothing useful, and so far it's nothing useful. Okay, this is not good. This is really not good. This could be Stone Scar, which is an aggro, or it could be a 3rd color I haven't seen yet. He's probably wondering what the hell's going on with this Praxis deck, but this is a terrible hand. Like, wow. Yep, it's a control deck, and we are coming up empty. Okay, this is terrible. He's going to have all the time in the world to get... This is probably a Karia. You'll get to see a Karia, yeah. Either that, or this is... Oh, there's a frickin' unit.
It's written right here.
I knew it was going to be Heart of the Vault, obviously, but this is really terrible. It's terrible. Alright, so obviously we know they have torches and stuff. There's a really funny deck rolling around. It's basically a life gain based recursion deck for revenge units. Also one of my favorite avatars ever, Lieutenant Relia, but I digress. Let's see how this one goes. But again, this is a terrible start. We should already have him down, and this should be dead. And none of these are happening, which is very bad. It's terrible. He's going to keep gaining life and doing 3 damage to me. We get beat down pretty badly here. Some pretty bad luck. It's alright. Fight through it. But this game already looks like if I was going to bet on this, I'd say we got maybe 30% or less chance to win. That's not going to happen unless he really coasters soon. Merchant doesn't help anything, obviously. Alright, let's see. If we can drop the Disciple here and he isn't... I don't know. 5 power helps. That makes this a little better.
Which would you like?
I'm going to grab, actually... What should I grab? Because this just dies to a torch. This kills him, but he can get pinged down. Let's do this. Either one dies to a torch, but this can drop that guy, no problem. So we're going to stay here. See if he wants to trade with the merchant. Not sure if he does. Does he want to trade with the merchant? I don't think he would. Let's see. Why not? Nope. That's the right play. I was just curious to see if he was paying attention. But I'm guessing this is going to get torched and we're going to have trouble. Yeah? Probably should have held that back, too. Another Whirling Duo. Oh, marvelous. Fuck me. Oh, block that guy. Not much else to do there. He didn't have a torch. He had another Whirling Duo, which is worse, in a way. Alright, now I think the only play I have is to play an Obelisk or play this and pray for a draw. I'm actually going to go ahead and play the Obelisk here. So we're getting beat down. I can't let that continue happening. He has a fast spell, though. That could well be a torch, and then we're in trouble. That's just this. Yeah, that's Annihilate. There's your fast spell for you. And a 3rd Whirling Duo. Holy crap. Okay, so we just had a combination of terrible draws and a really bad start. Can't do much here. Oh, this is what? This is 8? Jesus. Alright. I'm actually going to not block because that gives me potential Obelisk next turn. And maybe drop the 2 Whirling Duos if we draw power. We do not, but we draw a torch, which is kind of good. Please let me see power. Please let me see power. Please let me see power. God damn it. Not quite, but that might do it. Get rid of you. Okay. They give us something resembling a board, but like you said, we are behind the 8 ball. He's at 42 health, and we haven't even begun to really get an offense mounted yet. So this is an interesting deck. I think this is the like recursion lifesteal combo deck. Yeah. Unless it's weird lifesteal plus Ikaria, which it could well be too. And Ikaria is like an absolute bomb, which I have no way of dealing with right now. It's just this is basically the worst start for this kind of deck I've ever seen. It's in a nutshell, if you're really going to be specific. Yeah, we're going to kill this guy because ideally if we can, we never get him back, but if we can get good stuff going. Alright, so the merchant doesn't help us much, except it gives us the power to play Heart of the Vault. I might actually merchant for a Carnosaur here, because if Ikaria's up, I'm going to need to do something about her before she kills us. And Carnosaur is pretty much the only thing that I can do about that, so this is going to be real interesting real fast. So we either lose this turn effectively or we're screwed. Now I'm going to go here because he might have a Finest Hour, which potentially gives him +3/+3. Nope. Didn't. So we survived that. What are you going to play now? End of the story. Kill all the units. Okay. Board wipes are fine. That's okay. Actually, quite okay. Because, I mean, not awesome. Well, I had to play that power, by the way. Obviously, I know I'm scouting Heart of the Vaults. Chaining Heart of the Vaults is probably a good plan. Let's play that for now. If he has a Karia here, we're in trouble. So we're down to 3, and he's going to give something +5/+5. It's not awesome. No, it's a grief. Okay, so far so good. Not. Oh, boy. This is where we just get pinged out. This is the recursion thing. We have no way to gain lifesteal here, so this is going to be an absolute issue. Okay, let's go ahead and HOTV this, see if we can mount an offense. Highly unlikely at this stage. One cost merchant, not going to save me, because those things are going to just be able to do damage to my face directly. Unless I can burn him down to 50 before they get to play again. Could be interesting. Now I'm going to be smart about blockers here. We get another Heart of the Vault's probably a good thing. We can definitely deal direct damage to this guy. What's he got playing? He's probably got a grief up, so I got to be smart about that. Gonna keep doing this, dropping that. We got way too slow to start on this. This is really not happening for us. Gonna go here, swing in. Maybe next year we can build up a board and we start getting an offense going. But at this rate, I think we're just gonna get petered out. It was just a terrible, terrible start to this game. So he's obviously searching for the Destiny card that he put back on his deck. Let's go ahead and roll for 16. And then we can build out a board. Because we have... If he has 2 charge units, I can still do this, I think. Yep, let's go ahead and swing. Okay, and we'll play out Teacher.
You're a sad bum.
The Disciple.
Which would you like?
And grab the biggest unit I can. And we'll play you for funds and profit. Now, if he pulled a board wipe here, it's sad, but I have to do this because otherwise we just can't... I knew it. Had a feeling, but I had to put something out on the board in order to do this. That was a little too much in that case. And the grief. So he had to win no matter what I did. That's not a good fight for us at all, but okay. Again, at least I feel like I'm getting screwed by variance and not misplaying. So far, haven't had too many misplays, but we're 1 and 2, and that's kind of the variance you have to deal with in card games, right? You just sometimes don't draw what you need, and you don't even draw what you want. So that, all right. So here, while okay, this is a little slow and too many big fatties, so I'm just gonna roll back. That's actually better. That's actually better. Because we can go 2, 3, get the power we need, curve into some good stuff, so that's fine. I'm gonna grab the fire sigils. We have 3 of each as far as influence goes, and go from there. So this card is actually really useful at filtering through stuff. Gain a life, draw a card, not too bad. So I'm really hoping to put the bad luck behind us a little bit. This set of games has been kind of brutal on me. We're gonna go ahead and get this influence out. Play the drone. Banner's fine. Give me a little more power. Then we need to play. We'll look for playables. Okay. Banner out. Swing in. Okay.
It's written right here.
Pull that up. Okay. Okay, that's now we're getting a little flooded. Okay, so maybe I should have put that on the bottom. He's making fun of me because I'm playing tokens. Pretty sure. Okay, we can actually trade for a obelisk here. But first we're going to go ahead and see if it trades. Nope. So we're going to go ahead and scout. Ideally, if there's a power here, we're going to bottom it. That's a power. We're going to bottom it. And we're going to trade out... Ooh, a Cinder Yeti. As much as I want to get that card advantage to roll up, the best play here is to trade a sigil, because this gets me a sigil for an obelisk. So we're going to trade that one in. Grab an obelisk. Play that next turn, start putting some pressure down. Which would be nice. This could be an Alessi deck. No, it's got Zen Initiation. Okay. Drop, kill some dudes. That's fine. Not a big deal. Drop another power on the board. Go ahead and drop Obelisk. Pop forward. Yeah. This guy has some hate for the tokens deck. See, he missed his power drop last turn. Another. I was gonna kill another unit. That's hilarious. Okay, interesting plays. He's definitely screwed on power here, and he's obviously peeved about it. So I'm gonna do here is actually grab my last sigil here to buff the potential stuff out here. I'm gonna grab the biggest fatty we can. Grab this. Grab fire sigil and a space. Though he obviously is making fun of me here. So we'll be like, what are you up to? So he, in this case, the enemy finally had some bad variants. We kind of ran away with that one. He had no power to play with, and that just got free. But that's more or less how the tokens deck is supposed to flow. Oddly enough, we never got much of an opposition on it. But that's kind of how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to build a board out, get an obelisk early, and then yours already down to like 10 or 12 by the end of that round. So there's an idea of how tokens plays, just so you have an idea of what I've been playing on ladder recently. I might shift off to another deck at some point, because like you say, we went basically 2 and 2. Not the best way to climb. A lot of decks are smart to this, but we had some pretty good variants tonight. But hopefully, despite the variants, you can see how it's supposed to play and get a little more of a feel how Eternal rolls. And you can see how active the community is, actually. The queues for ranked are pretty much non-existent. So, again, thanks for tuning in. I've been Urs. This has been another episode of Eternal, and hopefully you learned something. And if not, at least you had some fun. Or not. Hey, again, if you're enjoying the CCG content and stuff like that, do go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it and tell me why. And, leave a comment if you feel the sudden urge to do so, because that does, every little bit helps for the channel visibility. Otherwise it's tough to get more eyes on screen, yes? Thank you so much, though, for now. I've been Urs. See you all next time. Till then, bye-bye.